DJ with Greenwave Media. I just wanted to make a video on navigating the WordPress dashboard. So no matter if we recently designed a website for you and you just need to know how to navigate through the dashboard to make changes or add content to your website, or if you're just looking to make a WordPress website, so you just got your domain, you just got your hosting, you installed WordPress, but now you have no idea how to navigate it or how to use WordPress. This is going to be an intro of just going down all the tools and the tabs that are on the WordPress dashboard that will be useful to you. So let's get started. Okay, so what we're looking at is one of my websites, the back end of it, and this is what the WordPress dashboard will look like generally for about every website. So a couple things to keep in mind is that I do have the Infold theme installed, which will include things like this theme options, this Infold tab, portfolio tab, and just a couple other things. So we won't go over everything just because those are theme specific, and changing a theme will add and remove certain tabs that are associated with the theme. So let's get started. Right here at the top left is just about WordPress and their documentation. The most important part about this tab right here is this documentation and support forums. Their documentation is very in-depth. You can literally find about anything you would ever need to know about WordPress in their documentation. Support forums are also good just for finding answers to your questions and just learning a little bit more about the dashboard. So right here is, if you click right here where it says your name or the name of the site, this will go back to the dashboard that you're on right now. So what you see right now, this will go back to it. If you go to visit site, it will give a preview of what your website looks like. So let's give that a shot. Boom, it'll show my website. So then I'll click back and it goes back to this dashboard. Right here will show your comments. Okay, so the next is the new tab, and this will allow you to add new posts, add new media, pages, forums, topics, etc., all the way down. So this is just a shortcut to be able to add new things to your website. Right here is Yoast SEO. This is an extra plugin added. I won't go over that in this video. And the rest of these are extra plugins or theme related topics. Right here this is linked to the Jetpack comments. So this is just a shortcut to your comments. Right here is where you'll be able to edit your profile and log in. Next, if you are with Bluehost, they have some extra options as far as getting themes, plugins, services, graphics, etc. Jetpack is pretty useful. I'm not going to go into it just because it has some information on it, private information. But it does have the dashboard settings, site stats. So this will give you analytics. Akismet, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not, but that's a pretty useful tool. You can check these out. You do have to sign up for WordPress.com, not WordPress.org, in order to use Jetpack. So right here is dashboard. That's what we're at right now. Here's home. Updates is where you'll be able to update any plugins or themes. Anything like that will be done right here. Post is where you'll post new content. So you'll be able to view all your posts, add new ones. So you can add new posts, add new categories or manage categories, add new tags or manage tags. So let's go into a couple of these. If you click on post, this will come up and this will show you posts that you have either drafts or already published. So this will just give a list of them. To add new ones, you'll click add new, and this will allow you to add a new post. So this is a blog post. Very specific, the difference between a post and pages. Posts are blog post. So you'll enter your title or whatever, and then you enter your text right here. A couple things to keep in mind on this post page. Saving as a draft will not display it. It'll specifically save it as a draft. Preview, you can preview what it looks like, and then you can edit the status. So even after you publish it, you can change it back to a draft. Or if it's a draft, you can publish it. So you can change the status of it no matter what it is. Visibility, this will give you the option of putting a password on it. So if you password protect it, or if you just make it private where people can't see it. I'd recommend password protected if you're going to use some type of membership website or paid content. Then you may want to give like a password, so that can be useful. Next is publish. This is publish scheduling. So do you want to publish it immediately, or you can set a specific time when you would like to. So this is very useful. And also another point about this is if you already have something posted. So say this post was originally put onto the website September 12th. Then if I wanted to make it look like it was more recent, I can go in and change this to say November 19th. And that'll show the web or the post as it was posted on November 19th instead of September 12th. So you can change the dates to whatever you want to display. So this is a very useful thing. These couple things right here are from the Yoast SEO plugin. If you purchased a website from us or you had us design it, then this plugin will be present on your website. We will use that. And the Purge Catch is from the Total Catch plugin, which will also be automatically installed if you had a website designed by us. So then to publish a post, you'll click publish. Obviously that will post it. A couple other things, you can make categories in certain themes. Depending on which one you have, it may or may not show the category. This is from the Yoast SEO, so if you got a website from us or had us design it, then this will be included and you will see this. We'll have a different video for explaining how to use this and what this is. For tags, you can add tags to specific posts, and these are theme specific right here, and then this is theme specific also with sharing buttons. Featured image is very important. Featured image is the image that will be shown usually, depending on your theme, at the top of a web page. So whenever you see like the picture across the top and then like a heading under it, the featured image will be put right there. That's a standard form for WordPress themes. Technically, if you're developing a WordPress theme, you can have this go wherever you want. It's just standard practice to put it at the top of blog posts. So moving on, media. Okay, so this is where you'll have your images, videos, etc., all of your media. So you can upload it here and then you'll easily be able to put it into posts and pages later on. Also, just so one quick thing about this is whenever you upload an image, first you want to make sure it's optimized. You see how this file size is 42 kilobytes. Most that are just standard taken off of a phone or something is 1 to 1.5 megabytes. You want to optimize that. If you need help with that, let us know. I'll make a video on that also. So you want to be sure to put a title. The two main things that you must have is a title and an alt tag. Do not forget those two. Caption and description are optional. They're recommended, but they're optional. Alt tags, title are mandatory. So for SEO purposes, you want your file name to be similar to the title and the alt tag. You want them all to kind of go together. It's good SEO practice for that. And obviously if you had a website developed by us, then this is already taken care of. So that's just for if you were to want to add new pictures, this is the process in which you would want to do it. If you have any questions with that, just let us know. We'll take care of it. The next is pages. So this is where you're going to specifically create new and edit the current pages, so the actual web pages of your website. Okay, so to edit a page, you'll click on the specific page that you want to edit, and this is what you'll see. So depending on what theme you have and what plugins you have, there are a lot of drag and drop platforms for WordPress. Do I recommend them or do I not? It really depends on your purpose for the website and who you're having develop it. So if you're having us develop it, we do not recommend them. If you're making a website for yourself, it may be a good route for you depending on your technical skills and various other things. I mean, what you want your website to do. So with this specific theme, it does have a thing called Visual Composer, which adds these couple things. So if you don't have that, you will not see this, and you won't see the advanced layout editor. So right here, it's very self-explanatory. So if you have a theme, this is going to be the actual text and stuff inside the page. So let me give you an example of this. If you go right here, I'm going to right click on this and open it in a new link. So this is the About Me page. As you can see, it just follows the template. So this is the page. You see this text. This is the text. So if I wanted to simply change anything that was on that page, you simply change the text. If I wanted to add images, it's as simple as, say, go right here and you click add media. So that's where you'll add an image. It'll put the image right in there. And then you can do various things such as center it, left align, right align. You can insert a link. So right here, you can insert a link on the image. You can insert a link around any of the text, which is very useful. There's a bunch of things, so make sure to check out this toolbar for bold, italics, list, lining, or aligning, etc. So another useful thing is, say you're right here, paragraph, heading 1, heading 2, H3, H4, H5. These are pre-formatted tags that HTML uses, and this will automatically put the tag on it and give it that size. So say I wanted this to be H2, it automatically changes it. If I want it to be H1, it automatically changes it. But I want it to be paragraph, so I'm just going to keep it just like that. So to the right is preview changes. That's just like the post where you can actually preview the page before you post it. The status will allow you to, so if it's published, you can change it back to draft and it won't be visible. Right here you can change the visibility, so you can have it published, but you can change the visibility to be, say, password protected, exactly like the post. So you can have specific pages password protected. Revisions, this will just show you the revisions. So then right here is the date that it was published. This isn't very important in the majority of themes just because it's not shown, so it doesn't really matter. It may matter a little bit in regards to Google, but it's really not important. So these two are from the Yoast plugin. The Purge, this is from the Cache plugin. And Move to Trash will discard of the entire web page, so you don't necessarily want to do that unless you want to get rid of it. Update will update the page. This will basically save the changes and put it live. If it's still a draft, this will say publish, and you can click publish, and that will display the web page live. So page attributions, this is going to, the majority of times you just want to keep this on no parent. I'm not really going to go into depth on that. Templates, this will be theme dependent. So depending on which theme you have will determine which templates are here. And we will make a specific video, so if you have different templates or a special setup that's needed to be explained, we will one-on-one explain that case by case. So all of these are theme dependent. And notice that this is the image. So the header image that I was talking about, whenever you go back to this page, is right here. So this theme puts it right here in this size. So you can change that image right there. So next is comments. That's self-explanatory. It's just monitoring, deleting, and adding comments to your blog post. So Contact is a third-party plugin. Appearance is very important. This is where you're going to change the look of it, and you'll change your theme, widgets, etc. So right here, we're first going to go to themes. So as you can see, I have the Enfold theme active. This is the current theme that I'm using right now. So to search for themes, you're going to go right here and search for them, or just click Premium Themes, or click Add New Theme. When you click Add New Theme, it's going to bring this up. You can click Popular, Latest, Favorites. Premium is going to be paid themes. I do recommend that if you're using it for such as a business or you're really taking your website seriously. I would recommend a premium theme just because most of these are limited websites and they're not really going to have the functionality of any of the premium themes. So you can go through here, scroll through these, whatever, pick a theme. You can even search for a theme. Use the filters so you can get certain features that you want, make sure it has it, and then filter it. Click Apply Filters, and it'll find themes that meet those guidelines. So if you have a theme that you purchased from, say, ThemeForest or any of the theme marketplaces, it will download to your computer. And once it downloads to your computer, you're going to want to click Upload Theme, and this will bring up a place to upload the theme. So then you'll just click File or choose File and find it on your computer and simply click Install Now. Now there are requirements, and I believe it's like 50 megabytes. If the theme is more than a certain size, then you're gonna have to upload it through your hosting service, which I'll make another video on how exactly to do that. It's very simple. So next is customize. And this will also be theme dependent on what is actually shown. So you can add through the back end of making a WordPress theme, different functionality on this customizing section. So like right here, you can obviously change the theme right here, but then like site identity, that's just a site title, tagline. You can add a site icon. You can manage the menus right here. The widgets, which is going to be like sidebars and stuff, or footer, static. Front page, this is very important. Is it going to show your latest post, or is it going to show a static page? And then additional CSS is also on this one. Don't really worry about that right now. That's just to change some colors and stuff like that, but that's a much more in-depth video. So then we'll go to widgets. So this will also be theme dependent. It will depend how many sidebars you have, the type of footer the theme has, etc. So this one, like say right here, will display everywhere. Sidebar blog is going to display on the blog. So as you can see, you can change all of these. So like subscribe to my blog, blah, blah, blah. This is the little sign up, recent post, comments. This is an ad right here. So for this right here, we'll use this one as the example, sidebar blog. If I go to the blog, you'll see this sidebar right here. So this is the sign up form that I was just on. This is the recent post, comments, here's the ad, and here's the archives, and the greatest song ever. Just kidding, it's getting old now. Alright, so this is simple WordPress footers. So this one I don't have any, but if I wanted to put these same type of widgets that are in this one into the footer, they would display in the bottom of the page. So they would display down here. I just don't have it on here. I don't want any footer widgets, so I just don't have any, and there's nothing there. So then next is menus. So this is where you can obviously create new menus, and the most popular ones, I guess, are going to be the primary menu and the footer menu. Sometimes you have a secondary menu at the top of the page too. That's very common. So this is the primary menu that I have. So if you wanted to change different things, so first you can add different pages into the menu. So if I wanted to say add book list in here, click right there, add to menu. And as you can see, it's added right here to the menu. So the first thing, or next thing you should know is the way these work. So this has like home, hire me, and then you see how these are secondary. So these are the parent and these are subparent. And that means that these will be on the drop-down menu. So if you go back to my page, go to the top, see how this, nothing comes down. These, oh, web design and speaking come down. About me, blog, contact, none of these have drop downs. So you can see how you would be able to put like this, say I wanted book list under the blog, or I wanted book list under about me, whatever. Then you'll easily be able to rearrange things however you want them. And also to display them, most times it'll have, see how this has infold, main menu, secondary menu, footer menu? At a minimum, it's going to say primary menu. You'll want to click that button for the primary menu, obviously. Then click Save Menu and it'll save your changes. Okay, so the next couple things, premium themes, we kind of touched on that. It's about the same as themes, except this is where you would purchase premium themes. Edit CSS is theme dependent, but this will change the CSS of pages. It'll add CSS and you can edit CSS, which CSS is a coding language to change the look of a website. editor will change the main files. You don't want to mess with this unless you are a developer and you know what you're doing. So don't go to this. Plugins is where you'll check your installed plugins. You'll also be able to update plugins from this page. To add new plugins, you just go right here, search for the plugin, or look through their most popular and such. This is where you'll be able to find plugins. So if you see somewhere, hey, you need to install Yoast SEO plugin, you'll just go to add new and then type in Yoast SEO, download it, install it. Bam, simple as that, and you'll have usually like a tab or something or whatever the plugin's doing. Users is for a database. I'm not going to go over that. Tools, we'll go to available tools. All right, so if you go to available tools, this will give you just a couple of tools. It does give a bunch of information on what exactly they do. A couple things to point out is, so to link your Google Search Console. So what you're going to want to do is get the code from your Google Search Console and add it right here. Same thing for Bing, Pinterest, Yandex, the same for all of those. So this is a good place to integrate your Search Console with your various website services. So these are import export. You'll be able to import data and export data from your website. So next is settings. It's going to have a bunch of stuff. So the main ones you're really going to want to look at is general, writing, and reading. Go through the tabs on those. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. The rest of these, except for a couple, permalinks is very important. I'm going to do a short video on how you should set up your permalinks. A link will be in the description. And the rest of these are extra plugins that have been added. Extra, sumo me, extra. Okay, so for settings, you're going to want to go to general, and this is going to change some of your website's information. So the site title, tagline, what you want your address to be. So do you want it to be www. blah 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 blah, or do you just want it to be, so like in my case, what I want it to be www.djscofield.com, or what I want it to be djscofield.com. You can change that right there. Your email address, that's for admin purposes. Membership, can anyone register, or do they need to be able to sign up? Their subscribers, the date, format, just some basic information that is self-explanatory. You can figure those out. Under settings, writing. So the writing section will have various settings to also change your website. So some email information, update services, just a couple simple things. These are theme dependent. So really nothing you majorly need to change right there. Next, you'll want to go to reading under settings. The reading page is very important. Your last post is going to show blog post as the home page. A static page is going to have an independent page as your home page. If you do click this, so if you click right here, then you'll pick what is the home page, and then you'll pick what is the blog. So say the blog is the post page and the home page is the home. So this will show how many blog posts show up on each page. So if you only want 5 to show up and you have 15 posts, you'll have 3 pages. Syndication shows the most recent. So how many items do you want in the syndication? So for each article in a feed, so whenever you're on the blog post page scrolling through the blog post, do you want the entire blog post to show, or do you just want a short summary of it to show? Very important. Search engine visibility, you want to make sure this isn't checked unless you do not want search engines such as Google, Bing to index your site. So this will discourage search engines from indexing your site. The blog follow-up email, so this is for followers, so people who do sign up for like my list, this is the emails they'll get back, and you'll just click save changes once you edit those. So the only other really important part that I'm going to discuss here is the permalinks under settings. Okay, so for this page, I believe it starts on plain as your permalinks, and the permalinks is the part of the URL that's after the URL. So as you can see right here, how the website, and then the permalink is this section right here. It's a section that indicates which page you're on. And in about 99 out of 100 situations, you're gonna want this post names as your permalink. This is because whatever your page is called or whatever the post is called is what the website permalink will be. And this is very important for SEO purposes. Google will be able to index them better instead of using things such as like the month and the name and the day or whatever. And plain literally just gives like letters and numbers, and that's not what you want. You want to use post name almost every single time. So then here's just a couple other things that aren't really relevant for right now, but just make sure you use post name. Okay, so that is about it. So hopefully there's not a lot that I did miss. But if you do have any questions or you have any comments or if you have any other tips that people could potentially use, please feel free to leave them below in the comments.